Boo, you do the welcome.
So welcome here at Go Mode Podcast to our first race in the Gold Sword Mentor Tournament Finals. So yeah, pretty hyped match, I guess. And we have here the racers, Sinneddennis versus Speeka. And as far as I'm informed, Dennis actually has never lost a race yet in this tournament. So if he wants to do that, the finals are his last chance to do so. And yeah, I'm joined by Dr. John.
Thank you, Boo. It's an honor to be with you and to be commentating this match. As you said, a lot riding on the line for both players. This is what we're here for anyway, isn't it? To win the gold bracket, and Dennis has cleaned his way through so far. But Speeka is going to have a lot to say about it. That's for sure. And we're starting with our usual escape sequence where we test our execution right away, and Uncle giving us some bombs.
Yeah, bombs is always nice to have early. I mean, you want to find some at least until you reach Kakariko, but I guess having them this early is pretty nice for the runners here.
Yeah, we'll call it an early sigh of relief. I mean, I guess they could just bonk into that thing by the potion or the witch's shop and get a free one, but it's nice to have them early.
Yeah, it actually lets you focus more on doing the escape sequence. Not gonna have that in mind.
One of the low-hanging things being looking for a map, because if you don't ever find the map, then you can just save a couple of seconds and sprint right on out of Sanctuary and not check that chest.
Yeah, let's see if our runners get that lucky today. The other thing is some runners tend to forget whether or not they did find a map, and then sometimes there is a situation where they think they found a map, open the chest, and then the map is in, or the other way around. They thought they did not find a map, but they did, and then leave an important item behind for you.
I guess when in doubt, go to the menu and see if you have it. It only wastes a couple of seconds. Not that we're trying to waste a couple of seconds at any point, but better than leaving the item behind, to your point.
For sure. Yeah, usually when I'm in this situation, I tend to just open the menu to switch weapons as a decoy, so nobody notices that I was actually looking for the map.
Are you not a quick swapper then, or are you just in this instance you choose to
just
go to
in
the
this
menu?
instance? Usually I'm a quick swap.
They're both going for the 8 slash. And Speeka with a very early 1 second lead.
So far, both having not a good time, but not a bad time. But yeah, we are down to 1.5 hearts. But yeah, that should not happen much more in this cape now. So I guess we're fine here. Also, we already got blue mail, so damage is even reduced by half. What could possibly go wrong now?
Yeah, I mean it's too early to call it a jet at this point because we haven't found anything. But certainly nice to have another sigh of relief to have a blue mail. We'll put it that. But yeah, I'm just trying to pull up here who I know the semifinals were both competitive. And so it's not exactly been Dennis is undefeated, but it's not exactly he hasn't had his feet up, we'll say, on his way to the finals, and so there's definitely been some resistance. Centroid putting up a great battle, or it was Centroid Speeka's opponent, I forget, but still just great semifinals to get here, and yeah, this is going to be close for a long time, I think.
Yeah, we are pretty much in sync now, so that's impressive to see.
Get to try out our dash lines. Nice King of Samaria.
Ooh, we have the double beep on Dennis' side. Yeah, if you're fine with it as a runner, this is mostly to annoy spectators, isn't it?
Yeah, I go quarter speed. Where you wonder if the guy even has a heartbeat. Dennis's sounds like we need to get to a hospital.
There is the map.
Well, now we're checking that chest. I love the minor differences that are probably less than a second apart, like that, where one box in the top wall, one box in the south wall. Dennis leaving early with an escape time of about 5:10-ish, 5:09.
That's an okay-ish time, I'd say.
I know they're both capable of closer to 5.
So now the real fun begins.
Yes, well, now what are we going to do? We can breathe, fresh air. We got a map check. Was that a pendant on Eastern? Our trusty tracker, Platypus Dimitri, Flying Platypus Dimitri, doing our tracking for us today, which everyone knows is the most important job in the booth, to keep you and I on track, and our viewing audience. But that looks like Eastern pendant with a red crystal desert, and crystal hair.
Yeah, so when Eastern is a pendant, usually players are more likely to dip that.
And hopefully never return.
And hopefully never return, you're right.
You find like Moon Pearl in the big chest, but then you find the bow elsewhere, and Armos has your mitts or something like that. I mean, the infinite things that can happen here are, I don't know if it's too early to start projecting. Let's wait to see the first like 4 or 5 items unfold before we start wishing terrible things upon these runners.
Yeah, let's try to not do some commentators cursing today.
No. Never. Sean in chat reminding us Dennis went 2-0 against Officer Meow Meow, 2-0 against Fernap, and then 2-0 against Centroid. Speeka, 2-1 against Captain Sabo, 2-1 against our very own tracker Dimitri, and 2-0 against Caffey JD. So, impressive stuff.
Let's see if we start to find some progression now that we are heading to Kakariko here. So far all we got is to Zamaria.
Did you have out of curiosity, have you spoken with Speeka? Do you know if they are feeling any nerves or are one to even get nervous in a race like this?
Actually, I did not know.
That was a hammer in the back of Blind's head, it looks like. So 1/3 of our Dark World access is here. The reason I asked is because I just was fortunate to chat with Dennis a little bit, and I know that he's feeling just a tiny bit of nerves, which is only natural in a stage like this. And so I told him, let's, you're undefeated for a reason, and so I think he's feeling ready. But that was Lamp also.
So no dark rooms today.
And Zora money already in hand. Well, temporarily. Oh.
Well, temporarily, yeah.
That's minus 200 on the bottle vendor for Lamaga if you're watching. Sports bet joke for the sports bettors.
We are still close to Zora money though.
Yeah, we could even dip that little cave by Ice Rod Cave if
we find the glove, that is.
True, very true.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It'd be cool to see the... Go ahead, dude. Sorry.
Go on.
I was just going to make a dumb joke. The guy in red that runs away from you in CAC, it'd be cool to see the rando community incorporate him somehow into the... I don't know if the logic would be too much, but just for him to be more of a factor.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we don't have an easy way to farm money since Bushcrab unfortunately just gives magic today. But there were quite a few checks before we hit Zora.
Is that a double bonk there from Speeka?
It was.
Red
And
mail.
there's
so
a
we're even
red mail
safer.
already. This seems to be a safety seed.
I also used the Dark Link Sprite, and I chose him because the first time his eyes just turned that dark red and very, very appealing. I'm not familiar with this. What sprite is Speeka using? Sure, chat will let us know as always. And there's the Moon Pearl. Sweet. So we need a glove.
I guess it has something to do with Penguin, but not sure which one exactly.
It's interesting already because with glove, this would be a non-concern because we know we could dip that little cave for the rest of our money. But okay, there's $20. Give us the rest we need, please. Well, and yeah. what a cave. Oh, he chooses not to. I guess we can always flute to 8 if we want to. So that's an interesting. We'll see if Speeka does the same thing.
Does not seem.
Well, here's our early divergence. There's no way Dennis is leaving behind Ice Rod Cave for long, but still just interesting to see some early divergence.
You're gonna activate the flute anyway, so why not do it right now? And as you said, you can after that immediately just flute to 8 and you are there.
And your time saved is running the time it spent to run from Mini Moldorm to 8. Minus the flute time. There's a math problem in there somewhere.
Oh, but interestingly enough, we are actually visiting Agina first here.
This feels like let's just flush these one-offs, delete them from our brain so we don't have to think about them sort of things. We can save and quit and then probably start our journey here, fluting to 8 is my guess. Big Kid now in Logic. That could be big if Speeka orphans Agina for a little while, and Sick Kid's got something.
Ooh, we got an out of logic bow there. Waterfall Fairy.
An excellent item to find. We need to keep track of it if we find anything behind the bow, but with Dennis going to 8, he's going to have that bow in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is pretty much the default route that Speeka is taking here.
We're running out.
Okay, so much for default.
This is not... I don't think I've seen this once this tournament.
I guess we are going back to Hobo, since he did not do that before.
Oh, interesting, and this preserves the water walk. Pretty clever, because when I'm fake flipper or water walking, I do usually orphan Hobo. Dennis is doing it first, but then he'll flute to 8. No, this is interesting.
But since we don't have flippers, he can't actually just simply flute out here.
Interesting. Yeah, he's got forced to swim to the portal. Now. Feels like a small mistake, not a huge one, but we're swimming instead of sprinting.
Yeah, that's actually sacrificing the water walk here.
All the way to Zora.
He will get the water walk back in Waterfall Cave, I guess. But still.
Yeah, chat pointing out that we do have the ability to splash delete now with the bow, which I'm sure both of these runners are capable of. Ironic to use a bow to splash delete in a body of water that requires flippers, which locks the bow. So there's just a paradox or something.
Yeah. Classic randomizer humor.
So after I'm guessing Speeka will climb the mountain and get at least eyes on the checks up there, but then maybe a Saha?
Yeah, going to the mountain here is actually an interesting choice. So we can only get 2 items out of it.
If we find a mirror in the cave, it'll be worth it, but... Money, not worth it, probably.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Speeka doing the same thing Dennis did, saving quit with the 1 heart. So, this is an important early play in case... well, I guess Speaka's about to have their bottle, so they'll have 10 arrows momentarily.
So far, all we seek is actually the glove, and we can enter Dark World.
But we know it's not in the mountain, so it's got to be in Eastern, right? Is that our last... is that it?
So far it is.
Interesting that they didn't want to dip Eastern after the Saha check. I do understand it, because you can come to the mountain and save your flute spot, but...
Yeah, at this point you might think my opponent did not go to Eastern, or even they did go to Eastern. So some mind games now.
And now we have to keep track of the logic, because whenever we go to Eastern, we're probably... I mean, I guess, would you full clear Eastern? Because you found your bow out of logic, and you can full clear the dungeon with... you have lamp. And so it's tough, isn't it? I mean, it's a pendant.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I would hope for the 3 items to show up early.
The Seed could be thinking it's being evil by putting mitts behind Armos, but they don't know that we have capable water walkers in the building. And so, I mean, if mitts or something critical is on Armos, then a critical decision will be which of the runners decides to go all the way through the dungeon.
So it looks like both runners are going to Eastern right now. This is actually giving us an idea who is even slightly in the lead now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they've done all the same stuff, and now here they are, one room apart.
Okay, that's 1 out of 3.
I'm guessing, because we kind of got bottlenecked here, even though Armos is out of logic, yeah, I agree with you. They want the 3 items to be in the front, but if Armos has one, I feel like I'd have to full clear, right? You just kind of, I don't know. Then you're last locating this probably for the rest of the game. And there's the mirror. So...
I mean, there had to be some kind of progression before Armos.
And there it is.
The worst thing they could have found now are actually the flippers. Because that would open up Amos very widely.
Now with the mirror, it's a little more enticing to potentially leave an item in the back, because now we can just go, get Hera and all of East Death Mountain?
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised that they don't leave now. We have all items out of the dungeon, and it's just
Oh, that
pendant.
is? Yeah, wow. That was 3 consecutive items, wasn't it?
And it looks like both are actually going for the big key now.
This is interesting.
So I know a few people that would have left even after finding the mirror already.
Was this the green pendant or
It's
not?
not even the green pendant now.
Yeah, sure. It is pretty unlikely for the first 3 checks to be items, but I wonder if we're gonna see the mirror out here.
Oh, and there actually Speeka realized that.
Dennis did as well.
Choice to just pick up the big key.
I think he realized it on the way and realized
Yeah.
that to mitigate his mistake, he was just going to at least grab the big key in case we learn that this is a ped seed later. It will mitigate the disaster later, because now he at least can just rush the back rather than have to do that room again. He probably, in the dark room, figured out that he had all 3 items, is my guess.
It would make sense.
And it's like, shoot, but if this is a ped seed, then I'm grabbing the big key and hoping my opponent didn't.
Yeah, but as we just saw, the remaining pendants on Swamp Palace and green on Mire, for pet to happen, it's gonna take a while now.
Yeah, we need mitts for it to even be a thing. Dennis just loves the beeps, I think. He had a chance for a fairy at the... I think he's a beeper.
Maybe it calms him down. Who knows?
I mean, hey, if we were all the same, it'd be... This is a little scary. Okay.
Okay.
Sweet fetch quest item. Late mitts with ice rod on potion shop. Chat pointing out that the reason Dennis is doing this before Hera is to hope to find the hook shot to speed the dungeon up even more.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and the only time he's losing, because I guess Speeka's route will end in Paradox Cave, right? And we missed the bumper skip right there. That's one of the swaggiest little tricks that we all love to see. Ah, 0 for 1, we move on. Will be a hammer fight. 3 quick mallets, and they'll be dead. That was strange. Dead.
Yeah, very well done.
And there's the
And there's our Dark World Access. So now in this situation, do you tend to actually skip Paradox?
I mean, that's what, 8 checks with Spiral Cave? There's no way, right? I mean, anything could be over there.
Yeah, like a Master Sword that we see on Dennis' side.
Or mitts, and you can just get some another couple Dark Death Mountain checks out of the way. We know that's not there, but yeah, that would feel criminal to skip these checks at this point.
So after this, I guess we will be seeing Hype Cave for both runners.
Yeah, no fire
Usually
rod.
the first place you're gonna enter.
Other choice being Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town, which is fully clearable, south to Hype Cave, which we either end at or go on over to Pod, but we kind of need to see our crystal layout first. But yeah, I'm guessing at least one of them will start at Hype Cave.
Also, we already have everything we need to full clear Pod, so that might be the route choice here. Hype Cave into Pod.
Yeah, that's interesting. And we have Mirror for the delightful routing. I don't think either runner checked the Dark World map when they were there briefly at the mountain, did they?
Oh, they both saw.
Oh, no, they did. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me put my foot in my mouth. Other pendants were Swamp, of course. Classic pendant Swamp, which will definitely not have any progression. It never does, as any random runner knows. You don't even have to step foot into pendant Swamp ever.
Yeah, what could possibly be there? Sword, mids? No, that's never happened before,
no,
has it?
I don't even know what you're saying.
Oh, and it looks like Dennis is going to do Hype Cave right now. Hype Cave. Oh, Spy Cave. Hype Cave is on the other side of the screen.
I like this play. If there's something huge here, this is... Well, love is the most important thing, but not today.
And it was only a quarter.
Speeka making the pod play. We'll see if they check Pyramid first or just go straight there. It's interesting, like when I flute to 5, I go straight into pod, but going from height, I feel like there's an extra chance or temptation to go check Pyramid first, because it's kind of, I guess you can combo it with Catfish or something later, but would have been nice to see a quick check at the Pyramid there, but Speeka opting not to.
Yeah, this routing is kind of isolating Pyramid. Especially if you save and quit after pod, let's see.
Desert now fully clearable.
That's true.
Could see a Smith chain sequence end. I guess we would need mitts to be able to fully do the Smith chain, but I take that back. But it's nice to kind of end at Bombos and then just jump off and run right into Desert, but we're not quite equipped to do that yet.
Yeah, once we get a Fire Rod, actually, Red Bomb is a thing.
You're not wrong. Which would be a handy way to combo. You could combo Red Bomb, Pyramid, Catfish if it's late, sort of thing. Both runners in pod, so the instincts are drawing them the same place. Not interested in Village of Outcasts yet. Fire Rod would be an excellent find.
Yeah, well, actually that's one of the first things you're gonna learn, right? ABCD. Always beat Crystal Dungeons.
Always beat Crystal Dungeons. Unless your final progression is in Pendant Desert, in which case you can't win. Don't ask me. So what's in pod, Boo? What do you think? Is it Fire Rod? Is it Mitt?
Well, it might actually be nothing at all. So we have to consider that actually our bow is still out of logic.
Yeah, so if mitts are here, we have to really start thinking about logic if something critical is here.
So at least if anything is on the boss, then the game actually intended us to double dip here.
And obviously the first chest, the compass chest was not a key, right? So this is entirely out of logic right here.
That's true. That's true. There's a cape in the first chest.
Interesting decision, because with that book, which was in logic, as chat pointing out, it would have made a lot of sense to actually just take that immediately to Bombo's tablet into Desert and then kind of reevaluate, because if Desert has our flippers, then everything's kosher. I mean, once you get it in your brain that you're going to pod, it's tough to make an audible when you see the book. But I'm guessing both runners are aware that they're completely out of logic, but it's kind of dicey here at the moment as far as what we're hoping to find and what the ramifications of that would be.
Yeah, so far, nothing important did show up here.
Money, which, depending on your ambitions, is important. It would be kind of appropriate if the only thing that's here is just a crystal. But there might be a relief in some ways.
Yeah, and all that's left is the boss now.
This will be interesting later, because does Helma have an item? Because I mean, if nothing's here and flippers are super deep in the logic, then this could have been our go mode last crystal. Easy to say that with it containing nothing, but yeah, you wonder. They did have an opportunity to go Bombos into Desert, but I'm guessing they will mirror and flute to 3 to start their Village of Outcast journey. What would you do here after this?
Yeah, not sure if I would actually take that book into Desert, since that might be the progression the seed wants you to find.
It feels like it's either there or the front of Skull or anywhere in VOO.
Well, to be fair, actually having the mirror, there are also the checks in the North Dark World available. And since the cape was actually the first item that we got in pod, even Bumper Cave could be interesting now.
That being the only thing that is actually in logic. We ran out of arrows, but we got the crystal. We were about to climb GT, it'd be a problem, but it's early. And we're rewarded finally with a tempered sword.
But it's a nice find, but maybe not exactly what you were hoping for.
Just under 33 minutes for crystal number 2 for Speeka. Shout out to Pro A for always timestamping the crystal acquisitions. Dennis selecting for the hammer fight. And we'll be about 50 seconds or so behind once it's all said and done. 33:47, crystal number 2. And Speeka just fluted right on over to Desert because we're in logic, and this probably has our progression, or could have it. And we don't care because it's a crystal and we can fully clear it.
It looks like Dennis is gonna show us Pyramid here, while we are finding the hookshot in Desert.
Hookshot in Desert. which we didn't need for East Death Mountain. So that does that open up anything for us at the moment?
No.
Not until we find the flippers. I'd really love to have it, obviously, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure that actually does anything for us till we find flippers.
Yeah, it's just giving short relief that you don't have to hunt that later.
And you can hook onto whatever tree or sign you want. Oh, we kind of called this. I mean, it's Ice Rod, not. We'd rather it be Fire Rod, but hopefully Speeka doesn't orphan that. Luckily, they'll have Catfish to combo that into if they hit one at some point. That would have been a bigger play if it was Fire Rod, but that's got to feel good for Dennis.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Rod being there is not too bad, since once we find the Fire Rod, that's actually opening up Red Bomb, and then most likely we will get that Ice Rod there as well.
Very true.
Let's see what our good old friend, the fish, does have today.
Yeah, Fire Rod would be nasty. Just both rods in this track. Give us something cool, Mr. Fish.
Just a bit of love.
I'm shaking my head slowly for everybody. I'm guessing this is a desert play. Where are you going, Dennis? Nope, VOO first. Might be thinking if we find mitts, I'll just combo, well, Meyer's a green pendant, but Meyer area into desert. Always a risky play because if desert has your mitts. But he's electing to go into Village of Outcasts. Speeka, crystal number 3 at 36.26.
It looks like we have one item left in desert.
Absolutely no reason to leave it behind. So let's just get it, mirror out, and flute to VOO is my guess.
Yeah, at this point, Speeka shouldn't have anything else left. On the Skullboots and VOO area.
A crystal behead and an ice rod behind. But to your point, once we find the fire rod, red bomb and pyramid becomes a thing. Our very own restreamer, Mr. Angry Pants. I am suspicious of anyone that likes catfish. It is a very polarizing check in the community, isn't it? Some people pretend that he doesn't exist, and you just live with the 1 out of 100 feed where they screw you. But it's not a terrible play because it just takes so freaking long to get there. But I love how polarizing the catfish is.
Now that I actually think about it, Catfish totally did not coast me erased yesterday because Fire Rod was on it. No, that did not happen.
Not happened. Oh, what was there then if that was not what was on there?
I wouldn't want to talk about it.
And back to the race. That's brutal. Yeah, so not a brofish yesterday, sir.
Nope.
Speeka, this is a big play as well. Fire rod dip into skull, never great, but I believe in the Super Mario Brothers 3 clash between Darth Icaros and Teeks in the Swiss rounds here a few months ago. There was a fire rod in skull that heavily impacted that race. But that's pretty rare, but possible. That's kind of the item that we're looking for the most at the moment, I would say. Mitts would be nice, but we'd rather find Fire Rod first for sure.
Speaking of mitts, there they are.
Well, there they are. I That is a borderline curse. Not curse, because we love myths, but they were the myths.
Yeah, but you were right by saying we actually don't want to see the myths first, because myths open up so much now.
And there's the flippers.
There's our logic.
Very reasonable place for our logic to be. So now that puts Olive Pod. We can lay that to bed. That tempered sword is back in logic. We can rest easy.
So now, besides from Fire Rod, all we need is the medallion for Turtle Rock, which we don't know yet, isn't it?
Yeah, no way to know. We just got the ability to check, but yeah, we haven't found any medallions. So this is looking like a medallion hunt, is it not?
Depending on where the Fire Rod is, yeah. Hashtag rule of fire.
Well, it's not on Catfish. Boo.
Yeah, that's never happened.
See how Dennis's scripted blind fight is. Mr. Anger Pants, let us know if you're satisfied with the number of slashes that each runner does here.
I guess that
Well
was good
done.
enough.
Yeah. Had the cane out, but still chose to sword phase 3 like a boss.
Yeah, it's not a shame to have the cane out there, just in case anything goes wrong.
Ooh, and keeping an eye on chat, because coming up, we should have said this at the beginning, but coming up right after this, in an hour and 20 minutes, is the first game of the Fighter Sword final between pardon my pronunciation, Finest and Dakar. And they're both in chat right now. So love the support among the runners, and good luck to the both of you here in a little bit.
I'm definitely gonna have a look at that later. It's nice to see some finals.
Yes, Speeka MSU is the one of the all-time great Super Mario Super Mario RPG, or SNES RPG mix, or is it just not Super Mario, just an RPG mix? Excuse me.
I mean, there are so many that would actually be possible to just make a Mario RPG MSU, I guess.
It's a great track. Dennis doing some of these checks. He's elected to skip Desert for now, where his hookshot is, and his mitts are in Skull, where he hasn't been. So I would say Dennis is a little behind, but
yeah, right now, actually, Dennis should hope for no progression to be in Hookshot Cave or on the mountain at all. Unless they are actually gonna pick up their mitts now. No, they are not.
I mean, one of the tablets has something, right? I mean, either Fire Rod or the medallion that locks our Fire Rod is probably on one of the two tablets.
And yeah, we have had our access to flippers and mitts pretty much as soon as we got Dark World access. So very early on.
Yeah, you wonder if not having the Fire Rod is Mr. Angerpants pointing out that there's absolutely nothing wrong of going to Skull without the Fire Rod, which is true, but you do wonder why Dennis elected to run past it to come down here and do these checks without the mitts. Probably just looking for the mitts. Or Fire Rod to go get
or
the mitts.
maybe even the
Interesting.
Fire Rod, so you can single
Yeah.
up Scarwards.
But Speeka's doing these exact same checks and has a 4-3 lead on Crystal, and has the mitts and hook shot. So
Yeah, so I would not be surprised if Speeka actually
well,
picks up the Smith next.
well, there we just the Fire Rod that we need desperately is just sitting in a hole somewhere, and Speeka's just about to get it. Well, I guess they'll do this full Smith chain and then mirror at Stumpy.
And immediately gonna go to Scarwards now and finding those mitts. Turning out not too bad here for Dennis.
Yes, this is definitely leading him to his mitts, which I'm guessing will cause him to flute to Mire area and desert. So he will catch back up on his crystals in the next couple of minutes. But Speeka will be able to, what? Dark Death Mountain is probably their next play.
Yeah, for sure. So you find out which medallion you need. So what's still actually a thing to consider is that Speeka did not find the Ice Rod yet, which is waiting on the pyramid. So if they are gonna do, after finding the Fire Rod, Scarwards and then Red Bomb, and Red Bomb has something, I guess that's pretty much GG.
That's true. They are, we'll say, mildly fortunate that the Fire Rod will so easily and imminently is going to unlock that bomb, because that Ice Rod is kind of Dennis's one saving grace at the moment. But it's hard to envision a scenario where Speeka last locates that.
This point, I can't think of a location. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, Wild Pendant swapped up out of nowhere.
Because they're going to check them at the Mire Medallion and then go to Dark Death Mountain to get information up there in Turtle Rock. And then if they choose to dip Turtle Rock, let's say, for example, they find the medallion they need on the way up there, and they can go into Turtle Rock Ice Rod from Go. That would be a great situation for Dennis, since he will presumably also very shortly find that medallion and can just go into Turtle Rock and full clear it in one trip. That feels like a path for Dennis to catch up here.
Yeah, that might happen. But for that, we still would need to find the medallion first.
And it does feel like, I mean, will they go clear Skull Woods before they go to the mountain? Is a question.
Yeah, with no medallion, there's actually chances higher to not go to the mountain.
Pet check. All right,
And
is the dream
instead
dead?
doing Ice Palace first.
This is an interesting play.
Huh.
It's to go and get information on Mire and check the Mire area first. I guess even if you do that and you go to ice, then you still have to full clear it because you're an Ice Rod and at least one medallion from Go.
Yeah, so technically for Speaker, it's 2 items for Go right now. So the likelihood of Go moding any dungeons is not that high for now. Especially since we already found our mids in Scarwoods.
Which Dennis will find shortly, and I'm guessing he's going to feel slightly behind maybe when he finds them, but he's not actually that far behind if he, depending on that ice rod, which again is kind of their one big separator.
Yeah, let's see if they actually are going right up to the mountain now with the mids. Not having the hook shot from desert though. So maybe we see the 6 here?
It's also swamp.
Or just also
I'm sorry,
cave.
ice. I mean ice, not swamp.
Okay, maybe we don't know what's going on, but these runners totally do. Since they both decided for ice.
It's not. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. I mean, maybe the mountain first makes sense. Chat will, I'm sure. I mean, it's 4-4 in terms of crystals. Dennis has done skull, and Speeka has done desert. I'm surprised Dennis didn't go to desert first, just because they could fold clear and they could combo that with their Meyer checks. But electing to just A, B, C, D. This is a crystal dungeon. I'm 2 items from go. Let's do it. This is also something I noticed. I forget who I was talking about this with. We alluded to it earlier, just how international the game has become and how there's such a popular German influence in many different countries around the world. But how you can see some routing specifics between regions. Like I was waiting until Dennis got through that pin gator room to say it, but I've noticed that many runners from Germany always go back and hit that switch after the switch room to the right. Many German runners will go back and hit that switch, and most American runners do not unless they're in go mode. And I just love little things like that. I've kind of taken note of that throughout the tournament. That's that consistent difference between runners. And we're on to Cold Stare.
Now that you say that, actually, I am also doing that.
The same German overlord is teaching all of you to go back and flip that switch.
Yeah, that must be the case.
I know Papa Schlan did it in our race, and
yeah, the same occurs actually as left side swamp. Germans tend to skip that a lot.
But you've got better football than we do, so you win, I think. How do you feel about Bayern fans while we're on the subject?
Are there any?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Bayern fans? Are they being paid to be fans?
Exactly.
Anyone from Tottenham in England might, I think the Hotspurs might say they've got it. I don't know. We can talk about who's got it worse in European football later. We're looking for a medallion, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so right now both runners actually having an item that the other don't. Hook shot versus ice rod.
Dennis much more likely and will get his hook shot. The question is, when will Speeka go back for his ice rod?
Yeah, maybe right after Scarwoods, combining that with that bomb.
I feel like if I'm Dennis, you have to go check the quick checks in Meyer and clear your So that's Dennis's 5th crystal right around 54 minutes. He can just go get his 6th one right now in Desert and get his hook shot, and then we're officially in a medallion hunt. Unless they choose to go to the mountain first, but I'd love to see a Desert play here.
Why would you go to the mountain now? If you actually end up finding the medallion in Desert, which we already know is not the case, but if so, then you can most likely single trip the mountain. So why would you go there now?
You're absolutely right. Speeka's, this is his 6th crystal at 49. Crystal number 6. But unfortunately, crystal number 7 requires 2 things that Speeka does not have. To your point, Boo, that pyramid check is the bomb check is kind of looming. But we're not even probably going to consider that until we go up to Dark Death Mountain first, which Speeka is now doing for the first time for our viewing audience.
So we are about to find out which medallion we are gonna look for today.
And then Pendant Swamp will have something to say about it.
Did not hear you. Did you say anything?
No.
Good. So, final tablet check. Yeah, 10 arrows.
We still have not seen Bombos Town from either runner, is that right? Or no, we did see it. We did see it.
We did see, yeah.
Yes, we did see it. Oh, medallion hunts.
No medallion there today.
Oh, I forgot about the mushroom.
Yeah.
Mushroom, very much in logic.
And we do need Quake.
I know my boy Sean is a subscriber to the theory that your ice rod is always in Turtle Rock. As we can see in this seed right here, it's not, unless there are 2 of them. So if Speeka is a ice rod and Turtle Rock theorist, then wait, was that our? That's the
That's no more.
We're going to Turtle Rock, baby. We're going in.
Yep.
This is exactly what we were talking about. We found the medallion on the climb, and we're going in. Oh man, this is nasty. Isn't this kind of what we said earlier was Dennis's chance to get back in this?
Yep, we did.
And so, because this would be his 6th crystal, and his next play is definitely the mountain, and he'll pick up his go mode Quake on the way up there. This just flipped on its head, because, right? I mean, he's going to T-Rock and then go straight to GT.
Yeah, they're gonna go up the mountain. Then they're gonna find out, okay, I need Quake. And about a minute after, they are in go mode.
Wow. That pyramid check to Catfish was clutch, or is going to pull through for them, it looks like. Because why would you not? Why would you ever fault Speeka for going in here? If I had been here, you can easily save a portal if it's not, or try to.
Looks like Pyramid strikes again.
Pro A, that is fatal for Speeka. We don't want to wish this. It just certainly doesn't look good. I mean, Dennis is about to be happier than a pig in what would be an expression when he finds this. But he doesn't have any reason to think that Speeka skipped that pyramid check. So he's going to be hauling butt to the very end, but we know that he's got a pretty massive lead at this point.
Yeah.
Because when Speeka gets the bad news at the end of Laser Bridge, they're going to go to Swamp, they're going to go to Mire, it's not looking...
I mean, even if they are gonna try to save the portal, they would have to do Pyramid immediately after, and even then I think they will be behind.
Does that put him in go mode, or does he have to lay eyes on the medallion first, on the requirement first to be officially in go mode? It's a philosophical question for the
they
day.
did not look yet.
Yeah, not in go mode yet, despite him kind of already being
go mode
so.
In 3,
and
2,
now
1
we're
now.
59-59, Sean. There you go.
Stop our go mode. That's all you need.
Sub hour go mode. 59-59. Love to see it.
So Seed turned out to be Jedish after all.
Yeah, Jedish for sure. And unfortunately, just very... I mean, Speeka definitely had the early lead and had 1 crystal plus lead, but just made the 1 skip he shouldn't have. Had the chance to, because they entered pod from Hype Cave instead of Flute Spot 5, so there was a chance, but chose not to. Dennis gets to go mode it completely, whereas Speak is going to full clear it plus Mimic Cave.
Yeah, as I tend to say in this kind of situation, decisions have been made.
And they were fine. It just didn't work out this seed.
Yeah, also a minor difference. Dennis can actually go more Turtle Rockets. Not that much of a time advantage, but... if you can skip that 1 chest or 2... Also no need to do Mimic Cave.
And we can steal the key, so our chances of being able to skip the big chest go from like 50 to 97 or something. It's really unfortunate. I mean, this is the reason we play, right? Because we love the puzzle, but we welcome being tortured by the seed. And you can just play so correctly and so soundly. But if the ice rod or whatever is in the place you didn't check, you can't recover. Or hard to recover.
Well, Rando being Rando.
Right, I guess that's what I mean. It's a tough business to be in.
At some point you hate it, but most of the time we all love it, don't we?
I like to think that we are all masochists to some degree. I mean, we may not tie ourselves down and or whatever, but the torture is part of it.
We surely are. Why else would we play this?
Because something that we loved as kids is tugging on our heartstrings again as adults.
And it turns out Dennis can actually even skip Laser Bridge here.
And you bet your butt he will. Doesn't seem like an arrow.
Pointed if they
hunter.
don't now.
Yeah, for sure. Dennis he's moving. He'd probably get rid of the shield if he could.
There's the bad news for Speeka. You're going to the right place, but in the wrong world? No, you're not.
Another interesting route taken. Oh, I see.
Well, that could have been 2 screens less.
Oh man.
Ooh, quick kill going wrong.
Well,
Please
we're gonna
don't.
have to get.
Please
We're gonna have to get
don't.
on. Oh,
Okay, we still have the blue that we got from the waterfall.
he had to give us one little. I mean, he was allowed to do one thing poorly in the seed, right? He couldn't get away with it. Couldn't be perfect the whole seed.
That's fair enough.
First question, Dennis. Congrats on the victory. We got to clean up that Trinex fight, buddy.
Yeah, it looks like Speaker's gonna find his ice rod soon.
This is a great choice. Yeah, I mean, of all the checks they could have done, I mean, all of Swamp is open, and we're doing. Swamp is probably next on their list after this, but
I
this is
guess
the right first
since
choice.
we are still having the portal, Swamp is the last place you want to do now.
Very fair point, sir.
I hate that Haynox. It's always in the way.
All right, I guess we can play the game now. Is that right, Boo? Everyone's favorite game.
Oh yeah, sure. That game.
I go Torch.
Ouch.
I don't care the number. I just say Torch. I don't care what number it is. I just say Torch. What's your
Well, I
choice?
mean, since this was kind of Jetish Siege, I would say at least double digits. So let's go with 14 today.
Speeka getting the news. Choosing to.
Yeah, you can't save and quit if you want to save your portal.
Correct. Yep, see? That's why you're the experienced comm. Well, that worked out well. They're thinking, I mean, yeah, you never know what the other runner did. I mean, just like Dennis had no reason to think Speeka skipped it. Speeka, I mean, Dennis could have skipped it.
So to be fair, rule number 1 as a runner is my opponent always got routed this.
So you think Speaka's feeling pretty thick at the moment?
They have all the reason to, yes.
We missed a torch, and we dodged the hand. Well done. Will the hard rush to the right be paid off?
Yes, it will, because we already found a small key. And if a small key is in Compass Room, the big key has to be there too.
Oh, I meant because we found the bug net, but it's good that the big key was there too.
So that was 4, 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who said 5? Wait, where's that 4? That was 4. No, it was 4. 4.
Yeah, that was 4, wasn't it?
Congrats, 4. Mr. Angry Pants will be sending you something to be determined later. Or now.
Well, Hope Right is nice when it pays off. Actually, every play that you're doing in GT is nice when it pays off, doesn't it?
The correct route is the one that pays off the most.
Yes.
It's a shame that it's not going to work out, but just props to Speeka for basically a flawlessly executed portal save. They found it in the best spot, and they re-entered Turtle Rock from the back and got to Trinex immediately. Very well done, but
yeah,
a couple minutes behind.
This is Dennis' race to lose.
Absolutely. We have half magic. I don't know. Does Dennis have any potions? He used one to save himself from Trinex. Does he have one left or no?
I believe the other bottle just had a B. I'm not sure.
Can Dimitri or anyone in chat let us know if he's got any safety, or is he working with what he's showing on the screen right now. Because if it's the latter, then he's got to be. That's what would bring him. A death would bring Speeka back here.
Yeah, this is his race to lose. I did not mean that he should do that.
Yes, we don't want you to do that, Dennis. While he's finishing this climb, thank you, Mr. Angry Pants. Yes, we need to say to please give our runners, Sinneddennis and Speeka, a follow. Boo this man, joining myself, Dr. John, in the booth today with Dimitri on tracking. Thank you, Mr. Angry Pants, for restreaming this on the behalf of Go Mode podcast in this Minter tournament. It's been an awesome couple of months. It's been cool to comment with you today, Mr. Boo.
Yeah, I can just say the same.
Dennis, I think the first question is definitely why do you have to live so dangerously? Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
What are we?
It's an interesting choice to take the green goo there.
And not Cape. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, he's going to get a refill on his health and his potion, which is honestly all he needs.
Yeah, he might try to catch a fairy in the next room.
Well, he needs magic, not health in the Ganon fight. Is I guess half magic with no refill. Is that enough? That's enough for a Fire Rod Silverless fight. Is it not?
Yeah, it's totally enough. Even if
Without
your
half
magic
magic,
bar
it would
is
not be,
full,
but-
you would not need half magic at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Since when we have temperate, it's actually just 12 hits on Ganon, so 4 Fire Rod shots. And you can do 8 with a full magic bar.
Pretty bougie Mimic 1 from Speeka. Was that a triple off the rip right there? Okay, we're might hit for the cycle here. Single, double, triple. Or triple, double, single. Let's go. Oh no, we missed the triple. Never mind. Did not get the triple.
Not quite.
Darn it. Okay, let's execute this fight. Look for the 1-1. Spin off the trident. Get in position real quick.
Yeah, having the cape is actually not the worst for this fight to go for the 1-on-1, but yeah.
He doesn't need it.
Dennis
I'd be
should
shocked
not
if
have
he-
drank the potion.
I'd be shocked if he goes to the cape for the 1-1.
You can do it without if you do the double spin like this.
Oh, that's pretty late to that one.
I guess that was...
Oh, we got it. Okay, we got it
Okay.
barely.
That was, barely. But now...
That was
now the
that was
1-on-1
a
is
barely.
dead. That was unfortunate. That was actually even one of the easier positions on the bottom.
Interesting why phase 2 didn't work out. I guess, okay, you're right. We can clutch the wall and save our magic. But now we really need it for our Fire Rod. We're going to use the lamp to get Torch Glitch.
Well, technically there are setups for Torch Glitch with Fire Rod, but if you have the lamp, you totally go
Oh, for
that.
sure. Yeah, I just couldn't imagine them risking that in this moment. That'd be extremely ballsy.
So, were the servers in his tower? No, they were in Light World. Oh! That is a missed Torch Glitch.
Oh, what does he do? He has to leave.
You can do it with the lamp?
He's not gonna get 12 shots in.
You can do 2 per cycle.
Oh
But
no.
you would totally have to switch to lamp for that to work.
He didn't know he had the time to drop out and get. Is he going to be okay? I'm not experienced enough to know if he's got literally has enough. That doesn't help.
That's not gonna help.
Oh. Okay, now all of a sudden we're on the edge. He's fine. So much comfort in chat. He probably is
Would
fine. The half magic.
be a good time to switch to lamp now. Okay. That might just work out for them.
Oh.
Unless... Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
That
Now
is
we have no
very
magic.
unfortunate.
We have no
and
magic.
now... We are... Oh...
This is... It's still close.
You
No, fruit to
could
magic.
go to the uncle for some magic. I guess that's the fastest route here.
Ugh.
If you're gonna go potions now, that's actually gonna cost you.
Speaking now, obviously
you
back in this.
hate to see that.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I need a bucket to puke in. Can they just get back? Can they just drop in Ganon at the same time, please? It's
Oh,
my
wow.
god, this is insane. Well,
I believe Speeka will be a few seconds ahead now.
I don't know about Speaka's 1-in-1, but I'm guessing he can do it. This is insane. Dropping in.
They're pretty much in
Okay,
sync.
welcome. We are tied, everybody.
This is about 3 to 4 seconds.
Yeah, I mean,
So missing
about
one
Speeka?
phase can be the difference now.
Speaka might not have any potion, but they're gonna. Well, neither runner getting the 1-in-1.
Also, interesting thing now, since Dennis already died on Ganon once, they will have different RNG now.
And Dennis with the potion, so they should absolutely not let this phase 2 go more than one cycle. Wow. It's going to come down to the... This is insane. Gold bracket final race 1, and it's coming down to who can do the spins better. Speeka about a 4-second lead. Maybe 6 seconds. No, Dennis in the lead. Did we miss one?
Yeah, as I just said, since they died, they have different RNG now.
Better RNG. You didn't say bad. You didn't say worse. You just said different.
Yes, of course I did. Because how would I know if it's better or not?
I just assumed it'd be worse, but that worked out interestingly. This is good. Guys, we both runners are doing...
This is insane.
This is what it's all about. Can they just tie? As if they're within like 2 seconds of each other or something, it doesn't count, or it's a tie. And neither runner has any idea. Let's...
So that's
Dennis
one
first.
Ganon down. Yeah.
No. Unbelievable.
Turned out to be closer than it needed in the end.
Yeah, I mean, Dennis is a showman. He left us with the 8 beeps with his health for what, an hour of the hour and 20 minute seed.
And we have a fall on
no.
Speaker's side. That's unfortunate. And it looks like they saw that Dennis is done and now
Forfeiting?
have forfeited, I guess, since they are not moving anymore.
And the timer's back to 0. Golly.
Oh, dang. That was so close.
The fall didn't cost him the race, but...
Yeah, it did not.
Hard to blame him. That was... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This was going to be a crazy interview. I've already... Yeah. Obviously defer to you with the Speeka interview here, but I can't even think of the first correct question to ask. I guess we'll see when they join. They'll probably both be joining us whenever they can. MAP, let us know if one might not be joining us, or I don't know what to say. I'm flustered. GG's to both runners. I mean, that was a crazy feat.
Yeah. Oh, we totally forgot that. Of course. GG for both runners in chat, please.
Yeah, I mean, forgive us for not being GGs. I mean, the ice rod. Wow.
Yeah, it was too intense at the end.
I didn't like it. It was uncomfortable. I mean, I loved it, but I'm guessing they both need a second to compose themselves, but we'll be honored to interview them if they choose to join.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, Dennis had to feel, he might have been actively vomiting as he was on his way to refill his potions.
Oh, for sure.
Because I kind of looked away at this, did he just get clowned by the bat in the torch glitch, the first one? Or like he just got cut off completely? I guess out of position, but you don't expect to be cut off from your torch glitch. And he might have even saved it, right? It seemed like chat was more confident.
Yeah, he was doing well.
Until he took the death for no reason. Yeah. I'm sure Mr. Angry Pants is trying to get at least one of them on the horn, so just sit tight, audience.
Yeah. Actually, I think we might even get both in a few seconds.
Sean confirming that he was fine if he had just survived. But again, he's a showman. We had to have a close finish.
So we should be joined any second now by the runners. And there they are.
GG, Dennis, GG, Speeka.
GG.
Jeez.
Dennis, I suppose we have to start with you because you killed the pig. You didn't know it, but I was wondering if you had enough magic, but I'm guessing you continued on in your first Ganon fight because you knew that you probably just barely had enough, and you did. Sean said you were on the 10th hit, so one more torchlight and you're good, but you took the death through the theater, and you both dropped in your second Ganon fight, Speeka's first Ganon fight, at basically within 3 seconds of each other, and your different RNG the second time kind of was a few seconds faster, which I'm guessing you noticed. But what a race! What are your thoughts as you took that death there?
Oh man, my heart just dropped because I planned to use the torch or the lamp because I missed torch glitch. But once I hugged Ganon and fell, I was like, that's GG's for me. Like Speaka's like he's probably in Ganon right now fighting it. But yeah, oh man, that was
I was
really in a panic.
You looked like you were going to flute away, then decided not to. Then it looked like you were just kind of having a "what do I do" moment. The big difference early in the run was that you picked up the ice rod. Speeka skipped that check on the way to pod, but got the ice rod kind of late-ish. But yeah, your death, it was basically almost a photo finish. Speeka, or I'm sorry, Boo, take us away, please.
Well.
Also tatsächlich brauchst du nicht übersetzen. Also ich verstehe Englisch, aber ich kann es halt nicht richtig. Also wenn ich jetzt sprechen würde, würde ich zu viel stottern. Deswegen, also ja, der Eiswort hat's leider gekillt. Das war das Problem.
Yeah, so he said he is understanding English, but speaking is kind of a bit difficult. So yeah, but we're fine doing this like this, I guess. So yeah, he just said the ice rod was pretty much the decider of this game. And
ich hatte Glück, dass ich das Portal saven konnte. Das war mein Glück. Sorry.
Yeah. Ja, haben wir auch schon gesagt. So, he said, lucky enough he could save the bottle. But yeah, it was not enough in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, once I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Once I saw the ice rod on Pyramid Ledge, I was like, that might give me a slight lead, but I know that Speeka would eventually get to it. I just wasn't sure how fast he would get there.
You were definitely behind. I would say the first 40 minutes or so. I'm not sure. He had a crystal lead and had the hook shot way before you. But we knew you were going to get it, of course, because it's a crystal dungeon. But the only thing you had that he didn't down in crystal was the ice rod. And so I asked Boo, I was like, well, maybe there's a medallion on the way up to Turtle Rock and Speeka will dive it and give Dennis a chance to catch back up. And it's just crazy that your go mode was just on the way to your last dungeon. Guessing you were tickled pink when you saw Turtle Rock was Quake.
Yes.
But unbelievable. And who's to blame Speeka for diving the dungeon? And they saved the portal perfectly. And the very first thing they did was go to Pyramid. So outstanding.
Ja, geh vor dem Berg zur Pyramide und du bist safe, ne?
Ja. Ja. Vor allem, wie viele Sekunden nimmt das? 15 Sekunden, 20 Sekunden mit Boots?
Yeah. Yeah, so we just discussed it would have been the right choice to go to the pyramid first, but yeah, in that situation, of course, it was unfortunate, I guess. Also, since going to pyramid just takes like about 10 to 15 seconds, maybe, with boots. But yeah, you know, hindsight is always.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking about skipping the ledge and pyramid check because I had desert available, but I was like, I'm not gonna come back here for a while until I get big bombs. So I might as well just do them now. So thankfully, it worked out in my case.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were delaying desert. I was kind of wondering if you were for some reason waiting to get your mitts just to combo it with your Meyer check. Because again, Speeka found that hook shot very, very early, or about as early as you could after mitts. But yeah, the ending kind of shocked both Boo and I because you were comfortably ahead until you weren't, and then the different Ganon RNG actually played a role because you were the one that was 3 seconds behind, dropping back in. But then all of a sudden, phase 3 is crazy. GG's to Speeka. I don't have any other questions, Boo. What time is it? Oh, it finished in plenty of time. At the end of the interview, we need to promote the next race coming up. But maybe, Boo, do you have any more questions?
One more question that I have. So were both of you actually considering that Pod is out of logic since it was locked behind flippers?
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
and yet you both finished.
Didn't bother either one of you?
No, because if it's that early, I'm gonna full clear it anyways. If it's out of logic, I'll just keep it in the back of my head that it was locked by flippers. Yeah, so.
Boo, can you ask Speeka if they have any problem getting their hands dirty?
You mean
clearly not, because they full cleared Pod, so clearly not.
Was hat er? Jetzt habe ich jetzt nicht ganz verstanden, sorry.
What do you mean by getting their hands dirty?
Playing the game out of logic, I believe, is the joke. When you know you're actively playing out of logic, you're because some would call those flippers in Village of Outcasts kind of like a hand sanitizer, in terms of kind of putting everything back together.
Also ob du eher derjenige bist, der in Logic bleiben will.
Nö. Also
obviously not.
Ja, sorry, no. Also ich versuche es. Also mich hat letztens ein Rennen gekostet, weil ich den Berg nicht in Logik gespielt habe und dann dumm geroutet habe, aber jetzt versuche ich das so zu behalten, was ich mache.
Yeah, so they just said they've lost a race in the past since Mountain was in Logic and they tried to ignore it, but now they are considering this more.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, the reason why I went straight there was mainly because of density. I think the last race I did, I kind of ignored mountain when I had it like fully available. So I was like, okay, let's learn from that this time and chase density since I was one from go.
And if you find something really interesting behind or out of logic in pod, like the mitts or something, do you at that point then kind of don't stop until you find the flippers, or are you getting dirtier and following those mitts?
Well, the flippers weren't really required. I mean, because ice was a crystal, so you could just fake flipper into there. So if something was in swamp, then I would start looking for the flippers. But if it was mitts locked, then you just avoid all the, mitt lock locations for it.
Sure.
So I have actually one more funny thing that happened during the race. So in Eastern, both of you, after finding the mirror and then the third item, continue to actually grab the big key. Was that intended or
Nope.
out of habit?
Yes.
That was intended for me because I was thinking, what if Ped was required to see? Because I don't want to go all the way back to the room for it. So I was like, let's just.
So you knew immediately when you had your third item and you chose to go get the big key. I thought you forgot and then realized in the dark room and then actively chose to get the big key in that moment. That's a pretty interesting play. I was like, well, clearly he's getting the big key in case it's a Ped seed, but pretty ballsy play that wasn't required. But Speeka also carried on, so didn't really cost.
Yeah, looking back at it now, I don't think it was worth it.
Yeah, I also know a lot of runners that would actually just have left the dungeon after the mirror, since that most likely was the progression that Seed intended for you there, right?
Yeah, that's.
Luckily, the first three items, or the three items, were just in the first three checks, so it was a fortunate Eastern Palace for sure. Yeah, Dennis, clean up the Trinex fight is all I have to say. Just kidding. But
you're not wrong. I completely agree with that.
That was kind of your only major mistake until the Ganon death, and Speeka didn't even really make any mistakes, just was late to the Ice Rod. So to say that game 2 should be close, I believe is accurate. And so, yeah, I mean, have y'all scheduled it yet, or to be determined? Game 2.
I think we're planning to do it tomorrow at 10 a.m. But we'll talk after the race to confirm, or after this interview.
Very good. Boo, anything else?
I guess we are done.
Can you ask Speeka if they are also a Bayern fan? Just kidding. You said nobody is.
Bayern-Fan bist du will wissen.
No.
So
why not?
I'm from Hamburg.
Very good.
Oh, okay, that's a good reason then. Ja, ich habe vorhin scherzeshalber gesagt, Bayern-Fan, was ist das?
Ja.
So we agreed there are no Bayern fans.
Yeah, not even in Bayern, or not even in Munich, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we should, a couple of things. The Fighter Sword bracket final, game 1, is coming up in 30 minutes, being restreamed on Go Mode podcast by Sean. So check that out. Give those runners your support. Thanks to Mr. Angry Pants for restreaming this, and Dimitri for tracking, and Boo for comment.
Yeah, also thank you for coming as well. And let's also not forget our tracker that was helping out today. So yeah, Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri the
very
Bayern
much.
fan. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we all know that without a tracker, commentary would be lost, but we don't say that often. So, yes. And
GG
other
to
than
both
that,
runners.
yeah, thank you for GoMod Podcast for actually organizing the whole tournament and giving us the opportunity to restream most of the races here. That's very welcome. And yeah, as we just said, half an hour, we will have the next final race in this tournament. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
All right, guys. Auf Wiedersehen.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.